As a younger kid, all the time, my mom would always tell me, whatever you're stressing about, whatever you're having a hard time with, leave it up to God. And I would always wonder, leave it up to God, what? Like, I would think, because I was young, I would think, how is he going to solve my problems right then and there? She's like, just leave it up to God. Just do your part, pray, always stay, close to him, stay connected with him, and leave the rest up to God.
Doing what is right and what is fair and just, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. All right, let's pause right there. That last part, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. They don't want to learn. They don't enjoy learning. They don't enjoy following the instructions of God. So they will never know God.
And I feel like those people they also don't even take the time, of the day to even like get to know God. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really knew the type of person God was, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't even want you to necessarily, be afraid of him. He doesn't want that. Nobody would want that, especially like with a person with a good heart like him. He just wants you to, respect him, obviously, and have faith in him. That's the most important thing. He wants you to have faith in him. He doesn't want you to fear him. That's not what he wants at all. Because he looks. We're his kids, so all he wants is just respect and faith. That's literally all he wants.
To talk about the fear of God, I will say I don't know. Sorry, I'm still learning a lot. We all are.
We all are, bro. We all are.
So I'm sorry.
You're good, bro.
So, a few years ago, I made the decision. Hey, I wanted to, start reading just to read, just to learn. I did not believe in God. I did not believe in Jesus. I started talking about it. I talked to this kid from work named Nick. Riley's here too. Anyway, we just we got close. I did not really like him at first, but we got close. We got real close. He's one of the greatest friends I've ever made. We were talking about how I just wanted to learn. Nick bought me this Bible, and this has been the greatest gift I've ever gotten since. I am so grateful that my friend Nick had come into my life. Riley too. These are some of the best, most amazing people I have ever met, along with Harvey here. I'm proud to say Nick is my brother, along with Harvey. And I know you two haven't met yet, but dude,
I've heard a lot about you, Nick. I've heard a lot about you. A lot of good things.
Again, today or tomorrow, my schedule's packed. I walk into work one day. I go to drop my stuff off, change for work. I open my locker, and here it is sitting there. I walk out there. I'm like, Nikki, did you buy me a Bible? Did you buy this for me? Yeah, you did not have to do this, but he did. He did. He bought it. He bought it because he saw I had that spark. God says, you could. He asks you to go plant a seed, but God waters and he grows the plant. He grows the faith. Nikki, this was part of the seed you planted, and I want to say I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Yeah, reap what you sow. If you go out and do these things, you better expect the consequences, good or bad. This goes with literally everything. Reap what you sow at face value sounds like a negative thing, but not all the time. Reap what you sow. The word on this live, that's what we're reaping. What we're going to sow is some knowledge from God's word, and hopefully, we plant the seed for somebody else, or we help grow through God somebody else, But also it could be the negative, You go out drinking, you're going to wake up feeling bad emotionally, physically, spiritually. And that's also something you reaped and you sowed. Imagine wisdom, but as a physical person, a woman, actually. That's how it's described here. All right. Out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. On top of the wall, she cries out. At the city gate, she makes her speech. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery, and fools hate knowledge? Regard all my advice, and do not accept my rebuke. I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm. When disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind. When distress and trouble overwhelm you. You could literally buy a Bible in gas stations, Walmarts, anywhere. You could pick this up
You
anywhere.
could get them for free. You could get them for free.
You could get them from a friend. Nikki, if you're still here. We didn't learn. It was there, and we turned our backs to it. We turned away. When we turn away from knowledge, when we turn away from, the ability to learn, from the urge to learn, really, it's gonna have some consequences. It's going to cause more harm than good. Because think about it. This is kind of how my thought process around it goes. For example's sake, say you get a flat tire, driving out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere you've never been. For some reason, no phone service. You can't call anybody. You got a spare tire and all the tools in the back, but you don't know how to use it. I mean, you had all the time before the trip to learn that. There's probably a manual in your car you've never touched. I mean, specifically that, the manual in your car you've never touched. It's right there. Go and read it, but no. You will be stuck there because you don't know.
Because you ignored it the whole time. The whole way out, you ignored it. And you had all that time, and you ignored it. But they actually give free Bibles out at my church. It's like the little mini Bibles, but it's still something, though, You still do a little bit of reading. So
Exactly.
There's really no excuse for me, personally. I'm sure they don't do that at every single church. Or they probably will. I'm sure they'll help you out at churches, Hey, pastor, I need a Bible. I really want to get closer to God. They'll help you out. So there's no excuses at all.
And, I do want to add, being unprepared for something when you had the option to prepare for it is the exact same as turning away wisdom, turning away knowledge. Being unprepared for something, I'm going to say that again, being unprepared for something that you could have prepared for is the exact same as turning away knowledge. Just like that example, that manual had been in your car since the day you bought it. You haven't read it for the 3 years you've had your car. Now you want to go on this trip and get a flat tire, don't know how to change your tire. I mean, that's the disaster it's talking about here. And wisdom, the knowledge of learning, it'll laugh at you because, you had all that time to go and learn, but you chose not to. And going off of that,
what you're not changing, you're choosing. What you're not changing, you're choosing.
Exactly. And thank you.
Let's get back into that, because I've said this multiple times, and I'm gonna keep saying it multiple times to the one person that's watching right now, and to the both of us. You have all the time in the world. And for those of you that don't know, I train kids, right? I train youth basketball kids. And something that I tell them is, you could work hard at practice, you could work hard at workouts, but you have to be able to do it on your own time, like learn on your own time. There's only so much I could do to help you. You have to help yourself as well. Like, help me help you. Help yourself as well. Because at the end of the day, if you don't put in that work on your own time, you really don't want it bad enough. And, same thing what Sam just said, if you don't take the time to learn and you had all that time, to prepare yourself, but you just wanted to procrastinate, you didn't really want it bad enough. And that also goes with anything in life, bro. Like success, you have all the time right now in the world, to get successful, to get closer to God, to make money. You have all the tools, bro.
For
We're
example, like
yeah.
my guitar over there, I don't know if you could see it. I'd sit in there every day. This is where I fall short. I want to get so good at a guitar, I could impress anyone on the street. I have the opportunity. I got all fingers, and it's sitting right there. But lately I've chosen not to pick it up, not to practice. And you know what? That's on me. I can't blame anybody else, anything else. I could pick it up right now and start playing. But, I've chosen not to, and there's no excuse for it. If we relied on ourselves, I wouldn't pick up that guitar. And this doesn't go for just me and Harvey, but this goes for any 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. If you don't have those people to like say, hey, when was the last time you did this? Hey, it'd be cool if you did this. You're not going to get anywhere really.
That's why you have to surround yourself around the right people.
Your circle matters more than anything else in life. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I just made a video with us about that too, so it just had me thinking.
Your circle matters so much because your willpower is only so strong. You surround yourself with God-loving people, you're going to love God even harder, and you're going to push each other to love God harder.
And chat, it's all love here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everyone that tapped in, everyone that watches my videos, everyone that's been watching me since July. Thank you so much. And feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, feel free to do it. But God bless you. And thank you guys. Seriously, thank you. It means so much to me that, you guys are actually taking the time to watch me, and see my videos, look at them, and just, just take the time to see me grow. So thank you so much for watching my videos. We'll have these once or twice a week Bible studies, and make sure you follow my Instagram, chat. I'll leave it here down below. Follow it. But yeah, though, y'all stay safe. Have a great New Year's, guys, and please stay safe, and make smart decisions. Peace.